Hey traders, Steven here with tradesplan.com. It is Friday, November the 26th. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving and continues to have a nice weekend. Spending some time with some family is always nice. So let's look at the overall market. We're getting a sell-off this morning. So let's kind of look at it, and we'll look at the NASDAQ, and then we'll look at some individual ETFs. Earlier this week when the Fed, the chairman was reelected, the market did this, right? It started hot in the morning, and then Biden announced Powell's reelection. It kind of sold off, found a little bit of support at the 20-day moving average, but I think renewed COVID fears on new variants in South Africa and all that stuff is starting to send some rattles into the market. So I'm going to continue to have the wait and see type of mindset before really putting more money to work based on what's happening today. A lot of stuff is getting hit hard. Energy is getting absolutely slaughtered. Oil and other things on new COVID fears. But, right now, let's just see. Maybe the NASDAQ kind of settles down and pulls back a little bit deeper. Maybe it finds support at the top of the breakout zone. We'll just kind of have to wait and see, but pre-market it seems like the NASDAQ is doing better than the S&P 500, and the small caps are definitely getting punished because they're very financial heavy. They have a lot of banks in that index, which has is getting dragged down by the drop in interest rates this morning. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. We don't know, again, which way the wind is going to blow. I'm not going to try to guess. I'm just going to be a little bit patient. If the market wants to do its thing for a couple weeks, I will let it. So let's look at what is up the most this week. Hold on, current price change of the week. Let's kind of rank it right here. So there's honestly most of the stuff. There's this Chile ECH that popped really nicely. I don't know why. I couldn't find any. Well, let me see if there was any news on it. There might have just been an individual stock in the portfolio that had a big weighting, but to me, maybe just one to kind of keep an eye on. But you see a lot of energy ETFs. I mean, look, these charts look really good. Look, you have a nice, this is IEO, excuse me. You have a nice uptrend, a very bullish pullback to the 50-day moving average, and then a bounce. Very nice looking chart. I mean, that's one you would want to buy right there. However, I would stay away from it just for a few days. If energy is getting hit, oil is down over 5% alone, just the oil. So that means this is probably going to get hit pretty hard today. So, keep an eye on all the energy is going to get hit pretty hard if they think, the economy, if there's, economic shutdown talks of any kind, right, that's going to decrease your demand for oil, which is going to, make the price go down. So, all the good-looking charts right now are actually in energy, but based on what's happening this morning, I would be incredibly cautious and probably just wait this one out a couple days. Don't jump the gun. There's no need to pull the trigger. We can go to FCG. You can see that. Look, this is a beautiful looking chart, and I would buy this all day, except, and the key word is except they are all getting hit pretty hard this morning. So I like to usually wait and see what let the dust settle a little bit. You got XLE right here. Very nice looking chart. Very nice looking pullback to support and a bounce. But the market doesn't like it this morning, so we'll just kind of continue to go through this. The rare earth metal, nice breakout really right here. I mean, I can draw a nice little line right across here. You can maybe say that's an inverse head and shoulder. I don't know, but either way, it's a nice looking breakout. But again, I'm not buying anything today. I'm not going to tell you to buy anything today. Based on what I'm seeing pre-market, let's just chill for a minute. Coffee is really got a nice here. I can't really draw this, but a nice cup with handle pattern breakout right there. So if the market does pull back, maybe see if this gets close to 60, because this trust ETN was really leading. So just kind of keep an eye on that. Coffee looks pretty good. I'm just going to pass on all the energy ETFs at the moment. You can see it's just all energies and banks and all energies and banks, and and then that's what's getting absolutely slaughtered this morning. So this might be a very, very short video. We can kind of look at the 1 month and see what's been the strongest on the 1 month basis. So what I would do, if the market sells off a little bit, I'd find out which ETFs and which industries have been the strongest, right? Which ones have really, really been in the strongest. Semiconductors have been incredibly strong. I don't think that's going away, but maybe look for a pullback closer to the 50-day moving average. So that's probably be my recommendation right now. Just let some of the more aggressive ones that are really, really extended, see if they really have an opportunity to pull back, and kind of sharpen your watch list with some of these. And if the market pulls back and finds support, you're at a good place. You got a nice watch list to really, really pull the trigger. So I think semiconductors, we already looked at that. This clean energy ETF to me looks really, really good. It's kind of right at resistance, this PBW, and you got a nice little drift kind of flag right there. But it's going to sell off this morning, so it might do this. So you might have to wait this one out. So I talked about semiconductors being a strong industry. Also, the kind of self-driving electric vehicle industry, this IDRV. Let this pull back to the 50-day moving average. I don't think this industry is going away. It needs to pull back about 8% or so, but I think that could easily be done very, very quickly in just a few days if the market gets ugly enough. So I'm looking at semiconductors on a pullback. I'm looking at some of these self-driving cars or some of these electric vehicle ETFs. There's absolutely plenty of them. Even this hydrogen ETF was looking really, really strong and has pulled back. Look, it has pulled back right at a really, really nice spot. That doesn't mean I'm going to buy it today on an ugly day, but that has pulled back to a nice spot. So I'm just going to kind of keep it. I'm looking for these ETFs and industries that have made a major move over the last, month and a half or so, and we'll see what happens, which one of them holds up during the pullback. One more industry I want to talk about is lithium, right? Lithium batteries, LIT. There's the Global X. There's actually several lithium ETFs. Where's the other one? This battery right here. But this one's probably the best one, LIT. So also, I would also put this on your watch list. It has really outperformed a little bit. Maybe not quite as strong as a self-driving or the electric vehicle cars, but I mean they need this right here, this industry. So it could pull back, and it could pull back strong. And I think history has shown us that the lithium is a very aggressive play. I mean, look at this ETF. It trades like a stock, and since it broke out, it has really just absolutely gone to the moon since the bottom of March of last year. So maybe it needs a deeper pullback, but I mean, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more aggressive stuff, the self-driving, the lithium, the semiconductors, and I'm going to see which ones of them holds up. So that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to end up pulling the weeds, and I'm going to water the flowers. So I'm going to find out when the market corrects. Let's say we do get a correction, which I'm not sold that we are, right? I'm going to let that happen day by day. But, when the market corrects, you really need to be, pulling your watch list. You need to be the stocks that are just absolutely getting slaughtered. Just remove them, delete them from your watch list, and be constantly farming it and adding new stocks that seem to be holding up there, seem to be pulling closer to support for when the market does bounce, and they can make a nice bounce.